Everything we know about the Reacher spin-off. Alan Ritchson became a household name and the face of a rip-roaring franchise when he began portraying the silent and lethal titular character in the 2022 action crime sensation Reacher, an adaptation of the popular lead child novels that focuses on the perpetually wandering former U.S. Army military policeman as trouble seems to follow him everywhere he goes. The self-proclaimed hobo becomes caught up in one dangerous conspiracy after the next, defending the innocent and using his brute strength and extensive knowledge to take down one nefarious foe after the next. Both a critical and commercial knockout with an action-packed third season currently airing, Reacher has completely captivated audiences all across the world with Ritchson's phenomenal performances, gripping storylines, and colorful supporting characters. In October 2024, a spin-off starring Reacher's fiercely loyal best friend Francis Neagley was officially announced to be in the works at the streaming service, with Maria Sten set to headline the highly buzzed about companion series. Let's take a look at everything we know so far about Neagley. After her fan-favorite performance as Jack Reacher's ultimate confidant and loyal ally Francis Neagley in the smash hit action crime sensation Reacher, Maria Sten will be going off on her own adventure when she headlines the upcoming spin-off series Neagley. The brilliant and fiercely independent private investigator was introduced in the first season of the television adaptation of the exhilarating lead child novels, though the character does not actually show up in the killing floor the source for the season. Not only will Sten be starring in her own show, but she currently appears in the rip-roaring third season of the streaming Knockout Reacher and will continue to cross paths with her behemoth of a best friend, much to the relief of devoted fans. Joining Neagley in the spin-off is an entirely new cast of intriguing characters, with Detective Hudson Riley Grayson-Holt, Renee Adeline Rudolph, Keno Jasper Jones, Pierce Woodrow, Matthew Del Negro, and Lawrence Cole Damon Harriman all starring alongside Sten as series regulars. Though their respective backgrounds and connections to Neagley have yet to be revealed, audiences will be happy to know that many of the newcomers have an impressive history with working on electrifying small-screen staples, as Harriman notably appeared in Justified and Mindhunter, Del Negro in Mayor of Kingstown and Teen Wolf, and Rudolph in Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. For any fans worried that the spin-off won't be able to capture the thrills and magic of its epic predecessor, fear not, as Reacher mastermind and showrunner Nick Santora will also be an executive producer and co-showrunner for Neagley, doing so along with writer and fellow producer Nicholas Wooden Prison Break, NYPD Blue. The man behind the best-selling series, lead child himself, will also be involved in the companion crime drama, just like he is with Reacher, which will likely ensure that the show maintains the same gripping tone and top-tier storytelling audiences have come to know and love. Neagley was officially greenlit in October 2024 after previous reports hinted at an untitled project featuring Neagley was in the works, with Amazon MGM Studios head of television Vernon Sanders commenting that the new series will not only honor the Reacher legacy but also bring fresh energy and excitement to new and longtime fans alike. Similarly, Santora and Wooten released their own statement confirming their involvement in Neagley while expressing their pleasure at being able to explore the mysterious character's origins and little-known backstory, stating, "Jack Reacher is no stranger to danger, and now he's no stranger to expansion either." After 2 adrenaline-fueled seasons of Amazon Prime Video's Reacher, the franchise is finally getting the spin-off treatment. The news is sending shockwaves through the fanbase, and for good reason. With Lee Child's literary universe sprawling across decades, locations, and compelling characters, a spin-off was not just possible, it was inevitable. So what do we know so far about the Reacher spin-off? Here's everything we've uncovered, deduced, and dreamed up about the next big step in Reacher's rugged, justice-driven universe. It's official, a spin-off is happening. Amazon Studios has greenlit a Reacher spin-off series, aiming to capitalize on the explosive success of the original show, which premiered in 2022. With Alan Ritchson's portrayal of Jack Reacher bringing raw power, quiet intensity, and occasional dry humor to the screen, the series quickly carved out a niche in the action thriller genre. The spin-off, while still early in development, promises to explore a different side of the Reacher world, one that delves into backstories, unfinished missions, and potentially new faces from the Reacherverse. Showrunner Nick Santora, who helped bring Reacher to life on Prime, is expected to be involved in some capacity, ensuring continuity and the same pulse-pounding energy fans have come to expect. Who's the focus? Theories are flying. While Amazon has been tight-lipped about exact plot details, whispers around the industry suggest the spin-off could center on Frances Neagley, the fan-favorite character from both the novels and the show. Played by Maria Sten, Neagley was introduced in Season 1 as a fiercely loyal, hyper-competent former Army investigator who served under Reacher. Her presence was brief in Season 2, which left many fans wondering when she'd get her due. In Lee Child's novels, Neagley has a rich backstory of her own, complete with solo missions and deep psychological nuance. She's strong, brilliant, and haunted in her own way. A Neagley-led series would not only offer a fresh perspective, but would also be one of the rare action thrillers centered on a female lead with military and investigative chops. Another possibility? A prequel-style focus on the Special Investigators unit that Reacher and Neagley served in. That opens the door for ensemble storytelling. Picture a gritty, cerebral version of NCIS with less paperwork and more punching. What the books reveal. Lee Child's universe is a treasure trove of potential spin-offs. Reacher himself is often the least tethered character. He wanders from town to town, situation to situation. But the people he leaves behind often have lives worth exploring. Neagley. Jody Garber Reacher's on-again, off-again love interest. The cops, military brass, and criminals he tangles with. There's fertile ground for standalone stories or even crossover arcs. In the novel Bad Luck and Trouble, Neagley reunites with former members of the 110th to investigate the murder of one of their own. That book reads like a ready-made blueprint for a streaming series, tight, suspenseful, and with built-in chemistry among the cast. Tone and style. What to expect? If Reacher is any indication, the spin-off won't veer too far from its roots. Fans can expect hard-hitting action, a noirish tone, and the same grounded realism that's made the main series feel like more than just another punch-heavy procedural. The key will be balancing the gritty world of justice with the emotional depth of whichever character takes the lead. Given the growing trend in prestige TV for deeper character work, even in action genres, the spin-off could lean more into the psychological thriller side of things. Neagley's internal struggles, for example, have never been fully explored. That gives writers a chance to flesh out trauma, loyalty, and purpose, all while still letting bullets fly when needed. Alan Ritchson, in or out? As for whether Reacher himself will appear in the spin-off, Alan Ritchson hasn't confirmed or denied any involvement. But insiders say there's a possibility of cameo appearances or flashbacks, especially if the spin-off deals with the 110th or ties directly into Reacher's past. Ritchson has become a breakout star thanks to his towering presence and surprisingly nuanced performance. Even a brief appearance in the spin-off could be enough to keep fans hooked and unify the growing Reacher universe. When will it drop? There's no official release date yet, but with production likely to start in late 2025, we could see the spin-off hit Prime Video sometime in 2026. That gives fans enough time to re-watch the original series, dive into the novels, and speculate wildly on Reddit threads and fan forums.